If you're looking to be a great hitter, learn to do these three things, understand them, perfect them, and do them every time you swing. Coach Clay here. We're going to talk about three things that all great hitters do. The internet, you go online, there's some great resources for hitting instruction. You can get a lot of different takes, a lot of different ideas. You can try things. If they don't work, you can move on. You can find someone with a slightly different philosophy that focuses on different drills, different ways to train. But there is no argument in these three things, three simple things that all great hitters do. If you're looking to be a great hitter, learn to do these three things, understand them, perfect them, and do them every time you swing. The first thing that all great hitters do when they swing is they shift their weight back. I call it loading up. There's probably hundreds of names for this weight shift back. But in essence, it's the same reason if you had a ball and you were looking to throw it really hard, you would first get some weight and energy back loaded so that when you fire, you have something to transfer into that throw. It's the same concept with hitting. We need a little rhythm and we need to get a little weight back into the inside of our back leg so that we have something to transfer through contact. Second thing all great hitters do is after they load or as they load, that front heel is going to come off the ground. A lot of us turn that heel lifting off the ground into a stride or a step. So we load up, that heel comes off the ground. The front heel comes off the ground. If we're staying on the inside of our back foot, we're not going to be able to stay loaded forever, and we have to land on that front toe. So we load and we stride onto that front toe. Now, some people don't stride. Some people just lift that heel and they're on their toe. And sometimes when you're instructing the youngest players, these 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, you don't even tell them to stride. You can tell them to rock their weight back and lift that heel. And then naturally, it might turn into a little step. Now, when you're on your toe, I like to tell players it's the feeling of testing the water at the side of a swimming pool. To see if the water's hot or cold, you put your toe in. So when you're testing the water, you're really focused on keeping your weight back here so you don't fall in the pool. When we stride, that's a good swing thought, to be soft on that front toe and test the water. Is this perfect? Probably not. You're going to find some hitters that maybe are a little more aggressive when they stride out, some hitters that are less aggressive. But either way, a good tip, a good swing thought when you're building your swing or you're teaching young hitters is to be soft on that front foot. Even in my college and professional days, one of the things I had to visit anytime my hitting was not at its best was how was I landing on that front foot? Was I being soft on that front foot, or was I jumping out a little too fast, too early? The last thing that great hitters do is once they load and they test that water, they're going to put that front heel down and transfer their weight up onto that back toe. Most great hitters, at the end of their swing, those back shoelaces are going to be towards the pitcher. They're going to rotate that lower half. But the cue of transferring our weight up onto that back toe should get us where we need to be. 3 basic things. We load, test the water, pop up onto that back toe. Take a look at some of the best players, slow their swings down, and you will be able to identify These three things that all great hitters do. Let's look at our youngest players, a 4-year-old. Get them in a balanced stance with their hands by their shoulder. Tell them to rock their weight back and lift that front heel. Then tell them, cut the ball in half and end up on your back toe. And if they can freeze their finish, they're on their way to being able to hit right away. Let's look at a 12-year-old all-star that's starting to see off-speed pitches for the first time. The reason he can't hit curveballs, the reason she can't hit changeups is because when they load and step, they've committed all their energy to a fastball speed. They're in the pool, nothing left. So if we can get that player, some on the tee, some in batting practice, to land soft and keep some weight back, then when we see that curveball, changeup, we have a little lag, we can shift a little slower to start, let the ball travel, and take that off-speed pitch middle away. If you can get these three things down so you never have to think about them anymore and they're happening naturally, you're just reacting to a pitch because you've done these three things thousands of times, you're on your way to becoming a great hitter. Coaches, let's start our youngest players getting these three things into their swings, and we're setting them up for the best future they can have as a hitter and as a ball player.
Do me a solid and like this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see all of you guys down the road.